What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm D.Knight, and it's time for Season 3.
Cause it's game time and I'm ready. Game time and I'm ready. Yeah, it's game time and I'm ready. Game time and I'm ready. Can't stop my hustle. No, you can't stop my shine. I ain't come to make no friends. I just came to get what's mine.
Welcome back to the Dolphins franchise rebuild. We are starting Season 3 as Season 1 and Season 2 just did not pan out. We won 5 games in the first season, 6 games in Season 2. Hopefully we're able to contend for a playoff spot this year. It could possibly happen, but we do have a new face of the franchise, which is Trevor Lawrence. So hopefully we're able to kind of continue on. But we haven't made the playoffs in 4 years, and our last playoff win was 2000, 21 years ago. So we have to make a lot of progress this year. Hopefully it happens. But we have a very tough Week 1 matchup against Cam Newton, Christian McCaffrey, Luke Kuechly, and the Carolina Panthers. But that's the game that we're going to jump into, and then we will get through Week 2, Week 3, and Week 4, and we'll make sure that we have a draft board update. But before we start, we do have 2 of our practice squad players who were signed immediately. Cameron Curl is now with the Atlanta Falcons, and Kirk Merritt has been signed by the Tennessee Titans. And pretty much every one of the guys that we dropped have been picked up. So that's a good sign, because at least our players are guys that other teams want, are pretty high overalls. But let's not wait any longer. Let's get into the game against the Carolina Panthers. Enjoy.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We are moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Miami Dolphins. With that, let's get down to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Miami Dolphins. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They're led out by their big-bodied electric quarterback, Cam Newton.
Cam has all the skills that you're looking for. The arm that can do everything. The ability to run, hard to bring down because of his size. That's his calling card. That's what sets him apart from other players.
They go play action here on first down. Open man is Higgins. The 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 71 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This is caught by Williams. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And here now a look at the Dolphins' offensive unit.
And last night we were discussing some of the changes they've made offensively during the offseason, and we know it helps for them to have the first game at home. Hopefully this crowd, which we saw coming in, they've been here for a while, ready to go. You and I should have joined the tailgates, that's for sure.
And he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 12. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. And the offensive starters for the Panthers.
Yeah, I feel a little bad here because we missed out talking about these guys on the opening drive because they were in the end zone before we had a chance to even say anything. But let's keep an eye on these wideouts. QB already has 1 touchdown pass. You know he's looking for a few more before this one's over. Those wideouts will get plenty of opportunities to try and score again.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. The red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Ready?
Newton on third down. And that is incomplete. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't. Offense now heads back on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the starting crew defensively for Carolina.
Eric Reed is a safety that you can use all over on defense, both in the box as a tackler and back deep as a cover man.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Cut. He's crashing.
Now they'll run on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Go. Bang.
From the gun, Lawrence. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really be demoralizing.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. Off play action. Lawrence. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. But now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat.
1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
And find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. And that'll set them back 5.
Let's go, D.Knight. Let's go, let's go. What's that? 180. Right there, 55. Come to my work. We won.
McCaffrey following the penalty. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
These 2 teams all tied after 1.
Keep playing hard. That's it. Look at it. Watching it go.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 16, Newton, Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 50. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen on it. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. This is brought in by Hardy. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And he fires one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up full unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is good.
Get to the half and start figuring out how do they change protections, how do they get the ball in the hands of the passer a lot quicker, make sure he doesn't get hit as often, all those different things. Maybe even run the ball a little bit more, anything to try and tamp down the pressure.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Newton to throw. He's able to find Wallace. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Throwing is Newton. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Edwards. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 29. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for the 1st with Edwards. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And his kick is absolutely perfect. The Miami offensive unit now, they get set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 25 yards that time. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they'll run on the draw.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are out in the field and they're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback.
I'm coming after you. Tight dog.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 3. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Lawrence. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Lawrence. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now 12 of 15 throwing the ball. 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here we go on 2nd and 12. This will be caught just inside the 10. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. I'm coming after you.
From the gun on 3rd down. Lawrence looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. Set to go again here. Cam Newton marches back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. He'll have a first down. Pass the first down. Out of the gun, Newton. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Josh Allen, 2 touchdown passes, as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
As I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
90 Wolf. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Big rip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Move. 45.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw on third down. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Oh, the Panthers come hard and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And they wind up having it inside the 35 at the 33. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. This is third and long. From the gun, here's Newton. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. On second and 12, Newton, and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Newton. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore there to make the grab. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because...
Push him back. Push him back. Get it.
Now they'll run on the draw. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Check, 59. I'm coming. Ready to go.
They run a draw here on second down. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Down. Clear. 18 Gator. Down.
On third down, Lawrence. And it's caught by Parker. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 10 at the 39-yard line.
Check three. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
60 Pittsburgh. 55. Mike 55. Hey, we got to get this stop.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And to give this time to the tailback. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Ready. 8 read. 54. Mike 54. Who that? Big River.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And he finds Parker here, complete. 25 yards that time.
Let's go. Let's pick it up. It's out time, guys. Out time. Let's get up. And 5.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. A great play there. with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome
to the field. Here come the Panthers. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On first down, it's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Again here, it's 2nd and 15. To throw is Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. Open man is Higgins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 1st and 10, just outside the 30. A shotgun snap for Newton. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Pick up on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. 3rd and 2, Newton. Thomas has got it, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7, past the 30 to the 32. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
When he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Right there. 54 Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
You're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Check. 59. Big
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Give him 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Looking to throw. Lawrence. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the back goal. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he whips that one incomplete there.
On the ready.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Looking to throw. Lawrence. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. From 3 yards out. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the fourth quarter.
And he just hit with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll make it 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Again, Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Here's Newton. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Throwing again. Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 1st and 10. Newton throwing again. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Let's go, baby. Pick 6 all day. Don't throw my side.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. 2nd and 9 now. On the right side, open is Gesicki. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. I mean, we could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Now this throw caught left side. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Newton. This pass complete to Higgins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Newton, give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He'll look to throw.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Ready. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike. I got him. Back. Ready.
Now it's the backup Greer. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19.
Let's go.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Greer now to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Greer. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. He's back to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Here we go on 4th. Greer. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Miami, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
And we walk away in Week 1 a winner, which is surprising because it was a home game. I think we won 1, maybe 2 home games all last year. Hey, we're already halfway there at least. Our defense struggled a little bit, gave up 404 yards, 154 yards in a score for T. Higgins. He was dominating Mike Hilton. It was scary. Newton had 316, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Kuechly was everywhere on the defensive side with 17 tackles. But for our Finns, Lawrence debut, 234 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's what we're talking about. McFarland did great, 96 yards. He did get hurt. We'll have to check up the update. And Devontae Parker almost had 100 yards receiving. But our big guy was Xavier Howard, 2 interceptions. He's already doubled what he did last year in just 1 week. The 3 turnovers were the difference in this game. We walk away from Miami, a 27-20 winner. Starting off with some bad news, Anthony McFarland is out for 7 weeks with a broken collarbone. I put him on IR. We did bring up Myles Gaskin to be our 4th running back, which we needed. But good news, Raekwon McMillan is not on here, so he will be back. And I checked up on the Panthers and Cam Newton, and he's not on here as well, so he will be back for them as well. So now we are heading into week 2 just to face those annoying New England Patriots who actually have Kirk Cousins as their quarterback, but their cornerback duo of Stephon Gilmore and Nickel Roby-Coleman are 2 dynamic people, so Lawrence is going to have to play on his game. But let's see if we can get a win. And now we are 2-0 as we beat the rival Patriots 28-16. A nice 4th quarter comeback for us, which was terrific. We only had 100 yards of offense in the first half. It was looking kind of bleak. Our secondary is still getting ripped apart a little bit. We gave up an 80-yard touchdown, and N'Keal Harry had 138 yards, a touchdown, plus that 80-yard touchdown. Cousins threw for 340 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. And then they're rushing just 19 total yards. So our rushing defense is there. Our secondary needs to step up a little bit. But our offense is starting to click. 352 total yards. Lawrence, again, was just perfect. 263 yards and a touchdown. Whitlow added 83 yards and 2 touchdowns. Not quite as explosive as McFarland, but still really good. Parker also added 115 yards and a touchdown. We did end up getting McKinney's first interception, which was the only turnover of the game, and it kind of slid everything into our favor. Our offensive line struggled a little bit in the first quarter, gave up 5 sacks in the first quarter, but 0 after that. So not exactly sure. And injury status, Durham Smythe also went down with the injury this game. So we'll have to see how he is when we get back to home base. So another win and some more bad news is Durham Smythe is now out for 4 weeks with an abdominal tear. He's really getting hurt back and forth. It's been the last 2 seasons. But Trey McKitty's going to get his chance, so hopefully he's able to contribute. And before we see the end of the Dolphins-Saints game, hopefully we can start out 3-0. That's going to be a tough game. We do have some contracts that are ready to negotiate. Jerome Baker and Mike Gesicki. Mike Gesicki's actually got a breakout chance this week, so he might be able to do that. But I think both of these are kind of team friendly. And I mean, we have almost $100 million in cap space available. Insane. So I think I'm just going to offer the baseline for both of them. If they sign, then they sign. There you go. Baker's all about it. Gesicki, what do you think, man? I'll do your baseline offer. See if you like it. Nice. So now we are down to about 70 million in cap space. Not too shabby. We have a couple of other guys that we need to take a look at and see if there's going to be anything that's going to be great. I think Kyle Long and Ben Jones are there. I kind of want to see how they regress after the season before I offer them contracts. But let's see if we can beat Jacoby Brissett, Alvin Kamara, and Cameron Jordan in New Orleans at Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Let's see what happens. And we end up dropping our first game of the season, 27-20 to the Saints. We lost on a 70-yard touchdown. That's 3 straight games we have given 70-plus touchdowns. So the secondary really needs to kind of pick it up. Good news, though, Gesicki did get his upgrade. He will be star dev. He got 101 yards. Brissett tore us up, 279, 3 touchdowns. Thomas had the 70-yard catch. He also had 117 with that touchdown. Lattimore had 2 picks. Lawrence actually threw 3 picks, which is his first 3 picks of the season. We also had a blocked field goal. You can't really win with 3 turnovers and a blocked field goal, but we kept ourselves in it, so not too bad. Whitlow finished up with 72 yards, and Hazelton, congrats to him, got his first catch and his first touchdown, which was a toe tapper in the end zone. That was awesome. After the bye week, we are 2-1, and we're currently in 2nd place behind the undefeated Bills, who we play in week 6, so that should be interesting. But let's go over the upgrades and check out our draft board for this first part of the season. We are going to start the upgrades here with starting cornerback Mike Hilton. We're going to hit him off with man-to-man. That's his lowest trait. Does go up to an 84 overall and just +1 in man coverage. Big man Christian Wilkins, he gets 1, and we're going to put it into run stopper. Keep him as that scheme fit. He is now 81 overall, +2 block shedding. He is just a beast in the middle of that line. Trevor Lawrence is going to get his first upgrade. We are going to go into field general. Keep him at that scheme fit. He is now an 80 overall, +1 awareness, which is his lowest trait. Starting tight end Mike Gesicki got his development trait upgraded there against the Saints. We are going to put his upgrade into possession. Almost get him to a scheme fit, but 79 overall and a ton of attributes upgraded. Starting defensive end and former first-round draft pick last year, Chase Young, we're going to go into run stopper, get him up to 77 overall and +1 across the board. Superstar D-tackle Lorenzo Neal, we're going to put him into power rusher. I'm trying to get his play rec up. He does move up in overall to 76 and +3 awareness, +2 block shedding, but no play rec. Starting right outside linebacker Merlin Robertson, we are going to go into the power rush, see if we can't get him switched over to a right outside linebacker scheme fit, and we get +2 on play rec. Starter Xavier McKinney, and we will go into run support. Keep him as a scheme fit. He does go up to a 74 overall, +2 awareness and +2 play rec. Starting left tackle Penei Sewell, we're going to go into agile. Get him up to 74 overall and some good upgrades there. Starting halfback Jatarvius Whitlow, because of the injury to McFarland, we're going to go into elusive back, get him up to a 74 overall and +1 across the board. Slot corner Avery Young, we're going to go into slot as well, keep him at that scheme fit. Goes up to a 73 overall and he gets +2 on tackle. And number 2 middle linebacker Lakia Henry, we're going to go into field general, keep him as that scheme fit. He gets 4 ups and +2 awareness. Not too bad, and +1 tackle. I love it. Starting wide receiver Preston Williams, and we're going to go into route runner. Continue to upgrade his lowest traits for him. He doesn't move up in overall, but he actually gets route in every spot. That's beautiful. And +1 speed. Yikes. Backup center Josh Myers, and we're going to go into agile. See if we can't get him to scheme fit. He goes up to a 71 overall with +2 pass block finesse. Backup guard John Simpson, we're going to go into agile, get him up to a 71 overall. He's been a pretty good depth piece for us. Backup wideout Justin Jefferson, we're going to go into route runner, see if we can get some of his short and medium up. He's up to a 70 overall with +1 across the board. Slot wideout Adrian Hardy, we're going to go into the physical attribute, get him up to a 69 overall, and get him closer to that scheme fit. Backup wideout Damon Hazleton, his stats actually look really, really strong. We're going to go into physical, he doesn't move up in overall, but he gets the +2 spec catch, which is what I was looking for. Star backup tight end Octavius Cooley, and we're going to go into possession and get him closer and closer to the scheme fit. He goes up to a 67 overall, and he got an absolute ton of upgrades, including +3 on catching. Backup corner Jaquan Amos will get one as well, and we're going into slot. Gets him up to a 67 overall, +2 on man. Trey McKitty, we're going to go into blocking. Probably won't boost him up overall wise. It does not. He sticks at a 65, but he needs some blocking skills to be a tight end. The mandatory upgrade every episode, Bryce Sturck, and we're going to go into pass coverage. Does boost him up to a 66 overall. We just need his zone to go up +3. Nice. Backup D tackle Ray Lima. We're going to go constantly into run stopper. See if we can get a little block shed for him. We do, +2. Backup quarterback Tyree Jackson already gets an upgrade. We're going to go into field general, trying to get his accuracy squared away. And we got accuracy deep and accuracy short, but I kind of wanted medium. So taking a look at the first draft board, I think our biggest need is to find some outside playmaker ability. So far in our first couple rounds of scouting, haven't necessarily seen anybody stand out that just drops me dead. We will take a look at the best wide receiver available. I doubt that we're going to get him, but it's junior wide receiver Javante Sawyer out of Oklahoma. 6 foot, 210, deep threat archetype with short route being his top skill, catching medium route, early first round talent. Now the only big knock on this guy is he can't stay healthy. Last year he had 46 catches for 555 yards, 5 touchdowns. He got injured week 1 already this year after having 3 catches for 26 yards. If he can kick the injury bug, he's probably the best wide receiver that needs to be taken. But I am very interested in his teammate, which is junior Eddie Creighton. 6'6", 228, deep threat archetype. He has B in deep route, B catching, B spec catch, late second round talent, projected early second round. Could be right around where we're picking. So far this year, he has 11 catches, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns, an 80-yard touchdown catch. He's 6'6". If he can have close to 90 speed, this guy is going to be a banger. And the last guy that we will showcase is junior Keenan Mayweather, the 6'5", 226 guy out of Yale. He is our archetype physical. He has A- spec catch, B+ release, B deep route, late second round talent. Again, there's just not a lot of wide receiver talent in this pool this year, but he has 11 catches, 227 yards, 2 touchdowns. He is tearing it up at the FCS level. That is going to bring everything that I want into a guy, let alone that 6'5". Maybe he's got some speed. We'll have to watch out for his combine. And that's where we're going to wrap up this episode. When we come back, we will get through week 5, week 6, and week 7. We do have a Thursday night primetime game against the Patriots. We'll probably watch the Bills, however, because they're the best team. But the Colts do have Josh Rosen, so a revenge game, so I'm not sure exactly which one we're going to do. We do have a breakout player. We have some guys to negotiate with. But that's just where we're going to wrap up. Thanks again for watching, and as always, stay frosty, and I'll see you in the next episode. D.Knight, out.
They thought it was a game till I came back with that win overtime. I've been working